Coach, obviously the last time you locked up with these guys was way back in the Global Series. Can you take anything away from those games because the similar team, or was it just so long ago it's like a clean slate?
Yeah, I think it's a clean slate. I mean, those are glorified preseason games. Both in how far back they are. Anytime you're in the early stages of the season, you're still getting kinks out, and obviously that was a unique circumstance being over in Europe. So. Both teams, I think, have been through lots since then, and expect much different types of game. But the focus remains the same because the things that we've been talking about all season is what we were talking about going into training camp and going through training camp and going into Prague. So the message remains the same. We're trying to get our game back to where we were at our best, and the last game was a step in that direction, and want to keep going that way.
Since Buffalo moved the rookie Kulik up to that line with Thompson and Paterka, they've scored a ton of goals. When you watch on tape, what do you see from that line? What kind of challenges do they present today?
All three guys are extremely dangerous. You give them a clean look, they can score. You make a mistake in your rush coverage, they can score from distance. They can shoot off the pass. They can get in behind you and get in clean on your goalie. So there's challenges there. You got to manage the puck really well. You got to be above them. And they got lots of confidence. So that's a challenge for us for sure to make sure we're really aware when they're out there.
If the recent game was a start, right, getting back to where you want to be, what did the team take out of that game? What will sustain more success moving forward?
Well, I hope it's just the energy, the physicality, the emotion, all those kind of things. I think that was the biggest difference in our game. And, it was the third time playing Philadelphia in a short period of time and a back-to-back. So this game here is different. We haven't seen these guys in quite a while. But at the same time, it's on us to sort of manufacture that. That's why, we keeping the lineup the same and wanting to have the same type of mindset.
Is that where going into the break with only 4 games, you can really kind of hyper-focus on these games because that break's coming?
Yeah, it's a checkpoint, right? So it's easier to hone in on it. They're the only games remaining on the schedule here until the guys get a break, and obviously everybody wants to be feeling good going into any sort of break like that, and these points are important. Things are getting real tight, throughout the division and in the conference, and we've got to be able to keep pace, and these last final games is really our only opportunity and all that we can control at this point.
You mentioned it yesterday, Buffalo having a strong rush game, and they're notorious for having a dominant first period. How critical is that first 20 minutes, and what's going to be the key to temper that push?
Yeah, very, very important. Just getting into our game, getting on top of them, looking to spend time in their zone and slow them down coming out of their half of the ice. That's an important piece, and it's what we talk about every game. I think those are keys to a good start. Getting the play moving towards the other team's end as much as you can, with or without the puck. With the puck, you want to make plays and get it in behind their defense, and without the puck, you want to get on top of them and establish a great forecheck. So those are all things we talk about every day, no matter who our opponent is. But with a team as dangerous as these guys, it's paramount.
Sheldon, this will be the 5th game that you'll have Timo and Mercer kind of as a pair, and they've really had a lot of chemistry. What is the reason for that instant, connection that we've seen with those guys?
Yeah, hard to say, in terms of what the connection is. I just think, as I answered this question, I think the last time we played is, when I originally put them together away from Nico, when Nico was healthy, it was, the mindset was, those guys could really drive kind of a third line without Jack, without Nico, make it kind of matchup hell for the opposition, and facing a lot of third pairing D and favorable matchups and such. Without Nico, it's less the case because then you're kind of moving them back up and playing them as a second line, so it's a little more of a challenge. Mercer moving into the middle is an additional challenge, and face-off responsibilities and everything. But look at the game the other night. It didn't slow them down, and getting the puck to the middle of the ice has been a big one. Timo drives the puck down the ice, really well, and then has made some plays to get it inside. Where Mercer does a lot of his damage below the hash marks and around the net. So, they're complementing each other that way, and obviously going to need that to continue.
It was pretty pretty evident in the last game that the compete right around the blue paint was really, really strong against Philly. How have you seen that kind of progress, and how much is that just dedication to getting to those areas and getting those second chance opportunities?
Yeah, I'd say it's progressed well. I haven't had much of an issue with that in regards, to our offense. I think when there's been times for us to attack the net, the guys have done a pretty good job consistently of doing that. Our issue's been more so about doing the necessary things to put ourselves in a position to attack the net more frequently, and that starts in our own end, how we break out and how we get through the neutral zone, how we forecheck, how we get pucks back, all those kind of things. So that's really more been our focus. We've got guys, that I think understand their role and their responsibility and the importance of getting to the net, and we've got lots of great clips throughout the season. Even guys like Jack and Brader, who are more, have a reputation of being more perimeter possession type guys, but they recognize when it's time to attack that they got to get inside, and I think our team's been pretty good in that area. Certainly, I've taken a big step, I think, from training camp to this point in that area.